Hello, everybody. Welcome to an episode of David Talks. I wanted to bring an interesting guest on the show today. This is Jay right here. He's had
Right.
one of the most great experiences growing up, and he's a very spiritual person. And we always talk about life after death, right? Exactly. What happens to us when we die? And the question is, they always say, energy cannot be created nor destroyed. Now, I have a question, Jay, in general. So tell me, you were born in New York, correct?
From Queens, Long Island.
What did you believe originally about life after death? What was your take on it when you first heard about it? Did you believe that we died and that was it, or?
Well, my story about how I lost my mom at a really young age. There's a lot of theories about my mom's death, but the number one that I get from my family a lot is that there were some complications. So she was going for her gastric bypass because my mom, she was bigger and she wanted to lose some weight. So, and I guess it was internal bleeding and they didn't catch it in time, so she just never woke up. That same day she went to have surgery, that was the last day I got a hug, and she told me I'd see you later, and that she loves me, and that was the last time I saw my mom.
Right.
And I never saw her again. I'd say a year later, I
Right.
knew exactly what death meant.
About a year. So, in your opinion, right, what would you say, right? Because, you lost your mother at a very young age, and I know it was a lot to cope with because you were so young, when she passed. What would you say, right, after she passed, what would you say was one of the weirdest experiences that you ever had of your mom as a spirit when how long did she stay around for after she passed?
I couldn't honestly tell you. It just felt I don't know how to explain it, to be honest, but it's just for a very long time I felt like I was being protected, and it wasn't until I started getting into my 20s that I didn't feel like that anymore. I didn't feel like someone was watching me and protecting me. I think that was the moment where I was like, okay, obviously I had a guardian angel at my side through my childhood, throughout my teenage years. There's always been something that protected me. Even now, I could say that I still feel protected in a way, but it's not as how it used to be. It's
Really?
not more. It's more okay, well, I'm trying to guide you this way, but you're going a different way. So now you just have to learn from your actions. Actions have consequences.
Yeah.
So instead of it being it's more do your thing, and whatever happens, happens, and you're gonna have to figure it out.
Right. Growing up, you always shared about your ghost experiences, right? What would you say in regards to your mother? What was the first contact that you ever had of your mother after she passed?
I'd say the one that I could remember, we literally had got home from school or whatever, and I was just home laying on the carpet at the old house. I took off the bedazzle thing and I spread the thongs out.
Yeah.
So and I had it on my finger, thinking, oh, it's not gonna fall, but it fell, and I don't even know why my mouth was open, but it fell and it landed just like this, where the tongs were out, and it landed right in my throat, and the tongs were scratching, it blocked the airway. I couldn't breathe. I literally couldn't breathe. Being on my back made it so much worse. But I ended up coughing. I started coughing for a good solid 2 minutes, laying down. Got up, still coughing. I'm trying. I'm dry heaving now. I'm on the carpet, just on all fours.
You're literally coughing. On the borderline of death.
Yeah, dude. And I by the time I got up to go to the kitchen, I hit the chair. And I threw my arm over it to catch myself, because at that point everything started to go white. And mind you, it just felt like an eternity. That was the weirdest thing. It felt like I was in there for 5 minutes.
Really?
It felt like such a long time. But then my aunt's coming from around the corner into the kitchen to grab me, because at that point all she saw was me going down. Everything just was kind of going very slow, but everything happening around me was going. It was seconds.
Wow.
I just remember it was white, and it's not a clear vision of my mom, which is the worst part, because all I got are pictures, all I get are stories. I don't get to experience my mom. I don't get to know her. So for me, the worst part is I just saw the silhouette, and all I heard was a voice saying,
"It's not your time. Not yet.
It's not your time. Not yet." and just saying like your time will come and we'll be together again, but like right now it's not the
Mm.
time. And I was like, I was 16 at the time, like I shouldn't have, like that was the second time I was like very close to death.
Wow.
Ugh, my head. What happened?
You fainted, honey. Let me help you up.
And somehow some way, like I by the grace of God I was protected that
Right.
day. If my aunt didn't run into that kitchen like when she did, I probably would have died right there in that kitchen.
So let me ask you though, right? Since you had that experience with your mom, how would you say you felt during that moment of you interacting with your mother? How did you feel?
I felt really calm.
Yeah.
And it's like it's just like a very like peaceful feeling. Like that's the best way I can describe it. Like you know how I talk about Colorado and
Yeah.
I find my peace and it's just like I'm just peaceful there. Like that's how it felt. Like I wasn't scared, I wasn't anything. I was just like everything just kind of like went away. Like all the stress, like it was gone.
All of your anxieties you were described at that exact moment, they were pretty much gone. You had no feeling of like fear or like any nervousness. You were just literally like,
I was just like, okay.
you're okay. In what state would you say, were you like a physical, or were you like a consciousness, or like how would you describe the state that you were in?
Like it's kinda like you're lifted up
Right,
and then it's kind of drop back down.
right.
Like that I like that's the best way that I could describe it. Like I just felt like I was like out of my body, like I was up out of my body and I just got like right back in.
And you felt like you were pretty much your true self, pretty much, right? You didn't feel...
I didn't feel any which way. I just felt like if it's my time to go, it's my time to go. Like I'm not gonna fight God. Like take me to the pearly gates. like, like I'm like it's different now that I'm older, but like it's still kind of like the same mentality. If I'm supposed to go, then I'm gonna go.
How often do you feel your mother's presence?
Now that I'm older, not as much. I would say when I was younger though, like 100%. Like it would always feel like I'm being watched. I don't know if you know, like when you feel like you have eyes on you.
Yeah.
Like it felt
Yeah.
like I was being watched, and protect. Like not in a smothering way, but it's just like like when moms are there, like just in case they don't fall.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of felt like that, but as I got older, that feeling like kind of went away. Like in middle school, for sure. 100%.
You would feel it. You would feel it.
I feel it, yeah. I feel it like walking home. I feel it in school. I feel it all around me. And then, like as I got to high school, it was still there, but it wasn't as like the presence wasn't as strong. And then once I graduated high school and I started to go out and explore the world, it definitely like kind of like disappeared pretty much. And I feel like it's like when parents are just like, I've done the best I could with my kid, and so like I have to let them go off in the world, and that's kind of how it felt. But there are days where I do wish that like I still felt that presence. Like I just want like a sign to say like I'm doing the right thing, or like this is what I need to do next. Because like life is unpredictable, so just having like that moment of clarity, like yeah, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Do you believe that she had a because didn't she say a while back that your mother very intuitive? Would you say? Was she very intuitive? Did she have a death premonition, or did she have a feeling she wasn't going to come back? Or
no, but everybody, like surgery, they got to put you under. There's a chance you might not wake up. Something could go wrong. So my mom, before her surgery, like, and this is like my grandma's and like my aunt's words because they were there when she went in. But pretty much they told me like my mom straight up told them like if anything were to happen to her, like she will want my dad's side of the family to raise me. Like she wants me to grow up like a good kid, pretty much.
Right.
And so they promised her. They were like, we'll raise him. And they did. They raised me to the best of their abilities,
Yeah.
But I think anybody going for surgery is just like, if anything happens, like please, like watch over my family, watch over my kids, especially if it's someone that you trust.
Any other experiences with your relatives that have had dreams of your mother, or have seen her presence, or her appearing to them, or anything?
In the beginning, everybody had dreams. Everybody had dreams about her. And I think after my mom died, it really split the family, and it really it split my family. Like it really affected me the most because I was the youngest, and I had to go through this.
You ever seen like any stuff like that you couldn't explain, like from the corner of your eye, or anything that you've seen, or any
Bro,
apparition?
I remember I went to go watch. We went to go watch Harry Potter. I don't know which movie it was, but we went to go. I want to say it was the Goblet of Fire, the one with Robert Pattinson and the mermaids.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like I was young at the time. This was before they had like redid the room to make it a room.
Yeah.
It used to be an office.
Yeah.
Bro, I slept in that office, and I shit you not, dude. I shit you not. I swear to God, I thought there was something in the closet. I ran to my aunt's room and I was like, I'm sleeping in your room tonight. And my uncle was like, no, you're not. And I was like, there's something in the closet. There's something in the closet in the room.
Right.
And so they like literally woke them up out of their sleep, and they went to go turn on the light and everything, and they're like, there's nothing here. I'm like, there's something in the closet. And then in high school, it just felt like someone was blowing in my
Really?
ear, and it happened like it wasn't just for like one night, dude. It was like 3 nights, two nights back to back. And then the third night I was thinking like, I was like, you know, if this shit happens again, bro, like I'm just gonna have to call out Jesus' name, because like I'm not playing. Mind you, I asked my uncle about it, because I told him like there's something blowing in my ear.
I can see you.
I'm just trying to watch TV or play my game, and it's just in my ear.
Who do you think it was? Was it?
I don't know who it was.
I
or
mean, you
what
don't think
it
it was your mother, right?
I don't
mean,
think.
you don't think.
I don't know what it was, but
Was it? Did you feel a sense of unease when
Mhm.
you felt this?
Yeah, I just did not feel great, because it's like one of those like they're trying to scare you.
Yeah.
They're trying to get the fear out of you. So what I did like that third night, mind you, the day like that same day, I asked my uncle. I told him, I was like, this is what's happening, and he was like, if it happens again, you need to call out like Jesus' name, like you have to have like conviction in your voice. Like you can't be scared to call out and use Jesus' name if like this is like something bad. So you know, I said okay, whatever. Same night, well, you know, just in my ear again, I said, in the name of Jesus Christ, I swear to God, you better get the fuck out of my room. Get the fuck out of my room. Stop playing with me. In Jesus' name, this room is protected by God Himself. Get the fuck out of my room.
Right.
Like no evil, no harm shall come to me in Jesus' name. Pretty much, I did a whole prayer and everything. I went and I grabbed the holy water and I all over my room.
Right.
Never heard that shit again.
What was the history of the house? Right. Was there any history of the neighbors? Was there any history of?
I don't know the history of the house per se, but you know, this is Florida. We know that there's plantations here. We know that there had owners
and also Indians too.
Yeah,
right?
a lot of these houses, they're on some burial grounds. People like weird shit have happened in some of these houses that, you know, weird shit could happen in this house. We don't fucking know.
Right.
But like, I don't know. I know like that area, I think used to like have like Indians and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure about the history of the house, but I remember like my uncle. The same one that you like to talk to during our parties.
I ain't finished yet.
Yeah.
I ain't finished yet. Yeah, that guy.
The same one, yeah. Like he's had a few encounters with ghosts in that house, and I remember he told me about the story one time where my aunt was pregnant with my little cousin Miles. He woke up and he saw a little girl and a man in his room at the foot of the bed, and he's like, "What do you guys like? What do you want?" They want my aunt, and I guess they wanted like Miles or whatever.
Oh wow.
And I think my uncle, he's like, I did a whole prayer, I blessed the room, I did the whole shebang, because like you're not, like, this is my kid, this is my family, like you're not gonna like try to threaten me and like threaten to harm them. Like that's not gonna happen. Like I do believe like that there's ghosts in that house, because like in the hallway when I was younger, and like I had my Xbox set up in the living room, and like, you know, they would go away and like they wouldn't be home, so I would be home and it'd be like dark as shit. You know, I'm playing my game, I'm not really, but like in the corner of my eye, like I could always feel like they're like two things watching me, like, and it wouldn't be like, side by side watching me. It would always feel like, okay, I'm playing my game, like I'm focused because I have like a sense that something's watching me, and I don't even want to look because like what I don't want to see what's watching. When I feel them watching, it's never like two people standing side by side. It's like they're peeking out, and it's like in a cartoon, like one head on top of another, like peeking out of
Really?
a corner. Like, yeah, I've never told anyone that before, bro. I've never told anybody that because, like, it's a house that I grew up in, and like it always freaked me the fuck out growing up because if my uncle is correct, then some like a little girl and a dude or a woman, like a whole family, probably died on that land or in that house.
Right.
Because like there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way. Because that's what I imagine seeing when I like get that feeling that I'm being watched. It's like a man and a woman, or a man and a little girl, or a woman and a little girl, but it's one of those three, and it's always like they're peeking out, one hand on top of the other.
Your uncle, when he saw this couple and this little girl at the foot of the bed, did he describe exactly like how they were dressed or anything, or
1800s type of like clothing, early 1900s type of clothing.
Yeah.
Old school.
But interestingly enough, though, right, you as a person, right, there's always like that intuitive aspect to where for some reason they like to at least show themselves or at least be around somebody.
I would like them to not
Yeah.
like want to be like around me. Like I don't want to deal with ghosts. It's just not my prerogative. I don't need that in my life right now. That I just be like, I'm checking out of this life because I don't want to see dead people.
Yeah. What do you believe, your opinion, right? What happens to us when we die? What do you think the process is like once we leave with this realm?
That's a really good question because I like to think that when I die, I'm not going to hell. Everybody likes to think that, but I think the more religious people would like to think that way. Me, personally, I do believe in heaven and hell. Like, I do believe, like, I'm Catholic through and through. But there are just things in the Bible that I can agree with and that I don't agree with because, like, you can't, like, God is this all-powerful being. So, like, and he says to love one another. Like, he's made us in his image. I don't think God's gonna, throw me in the pits of hell because, I transitioned. Or, because I don't even know. Like, just say, like, God forbid I kill someone out of self-defense, I'm hypothetically, like, you're gonna say now my soul is damned for all eternity. Like, on the cross, Jesus, what did he do? He saved them. So you mean to tell me if Jesus dying on the cross can save these two souls, you think he's not gonna be able to save my soul because I killed someone in self-defense? Like, I don't, like, there's just things that I just don't believe, because when I die, at the end of the day, what's getting evaluated isn't my physical body. It isn't like anything that people think it is. Like, I 100% believe when I die, what's going to be evaluated is my soul and my spirit. Like, how, like, deep in my heart, how am I as a being? What's my soul? If it's a good soul, yeah, I'm going to be in heaven. But at the same time, there are 10 laws that God has asked us to not to follow. His 10 commandments, and every day people don't follow them. So if he give you 10 laws you can't do and you still do them, why do you think you're gonna be saved? You could do the nicest thing, but did you follow his laws?
Right.
Let's be honest.
Yeah. I feel like you have more experiences, not of what you physically saw with your own eyes, but more of like maybe something out of the blue, like nature. So I would like to ask you this question, right? Now that we're on the topic of spirituality, what would you say was an experience that you had through like signals that gave you clues to like answers to stuff that you believe God or Jesus was communicating to you?
Like right after my breakup, like I told God straight up, I asked him, I said, I need a sign that she's not for me.
Wow.
Bro, shit you not. I shit you not, dog. The next day we broke up. The next day we
Very
broke up,
interesting.
and I, like, she broke with me in the hospital, dog. I could have died, and she left me. I sat in that hospital bed, dog. That was like the worst part about it. But you know what I did in that moment? I sat there in that hospital bed and I fucking cried. I let my tears fall. I felt so bad because, like, now I look back, I'm like, what was wrong with me? Why did I be like, why would you do this? Why
Mm.
would you let her break up with me? Like, you know how much I love her. Why would you let her, like, let me go? But at the end of the day, I look back and I'm like, thank you. I look back and I thank God for like breaking my heart for real,
Yeah.
because there are just some things that I still had to learn, and like now that I've learned them, oh yeah, like that old me died with her.
Right.
But in order to like die with her, like I needed to call out to God in that
Mm.
moment. Like at my lowest, bro, I had to call out to God, and when I did, He answered. And
Wow.
sometimes I feel like people think that when you call out to God, He's not answering or He doesn't hear you. But trust you, sometimes patience is key.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
also certain things that you go through, it'll move upon his plan.
Mm.
Like I've gone through a lot of shit that like I felt like, I haven't really called out to him. I really haven't asked him to save me, to help me. And the one time that I do, he boom cuts out the girl that I thought I wanted to make a wife, bro.
Mm.
Gets rid of her, and
Mm.
it opens my eyes because that wasn't sustainable for me. It wasn't sustainable for me because
Mm.
she wasn't good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like that's what I like. You have to want it. You have to like. You gotta let that pride go, that
Mm.
ego go. You have to like 100% feel it. I think when you're calling out to God, you have to feel it.
Mm.
It's
Right.
it's a feeling thing.
Mm. Right. There's times in this lifetime where we could be in a very disastrous attempt situation
Mm.
to where we actually could be, right, like hurt or killed.
We will shield you from harm.
Think you were safe now?
And I definitely strongly believe that, the guardian angels that are actually made, right, by God Himself, that there are signs out there that they do give of protection even before a disastrous problem actually would happen, versus the fact that, I mean, obviously, if we didn't have any guardian angels, I mean, where would we be? There's
Like
a reason on this planet why we're here.
I would like to think that the archangels are like just giant human beings with wings
Yeah,
instead of like an eyeball.
right, right.
But if they're an eyeball, then like that's cool too.
Mm.
It's scary to think about, low key.
Right. No, it is. It's even hard to comprehend in this realm, right? Because that stuff is obviously more of like what you see in the movies, but to
Mm-hmm.
comprehend, because they say that truth is stranger than fiction, right?
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, the real truth of it is what you technically see in these movies of like superheroes. Perhaps, maybe, right, when we die, maybe we're actually our true selves, right? And it does say it in the Bible, right, that we're like Jesus, we're very glorified, and we have the ability, we're multidimensional beings. We could travel past, present, or future. And this is another topic that I would love to explore with you, is extraterrestrials and UFOs,
No,
right?
I 100% believe in that.
You believe in that?
Yes, I
Yeah.
100% believe in that.
So, and on the top of that, of stuff that God made, right? How He made this planet. Do you strongly believe that in the outer universe, in our galaxy, that God is still creating planets out there that we don't know about?
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
Yeah.
It's like people when they talk about the Big Bang,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't deny that the Big Bang didn't happen, right? We don't deny that it was like
Yeah.
the universe wasn't created. But my question is, how the hell did the Big Bang happen?
Yeah.
Like you're just telling me like all these atoms, like where did this stuff come from? Like
Mhm.
something bigger than us had to create what we call Earth, what we
Yeah.
call the solar system,
Yeah.
what we call the galaxies, like the universe. Like the universe is vast. And I'm pretty sure like there are different like solar systems
Yeah.
that have life on them.
Right.
Maybe not in the Milky Way
Mm.
galaxy, but maybe
Right.
in a different galaxy. I would say like the only reason why I say aliens exist is for the simple fact that of I believe in God, and I believe that why do we think we're the only ones on like in the universe? Why do we think we're the only planet
Yeah.
that has life? Like
Yeah.
there are other galaxies, there are other solar systems within our galaxy.
Yeah.
Like any one of those bad boys can have life on Earth,
Yeah.
and any one of them could come and be like, "Hey guys, we about to come take over your planet."
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm.
I also believe that we've already made contact with
Made
aliens.
contact.
Yeah, like no, because I'm sorry, Area 51, bro. There's the why is it so beefed up with security like that?
Yeah. Yeah. There's a
You,
reason.
like there's like you're not beefing.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, like you're not beefing a place up if you have nothing to hide. Like no one does that.
Yeah.
Like you have,
Perhaps there's another base, right? Maybe they have more than one base too.
maybe it's
Area
like
52 or whatever other things they have out there.
my thought though, my conspiracy theory is with this one is like right, you have Area 51, the base, right?
Yeah.
It's all for show.
Yeah.
You gotta go down. There's levels to this, bro. I'm telling you.
Mm.
Area 51 as we know it is just that top part. You can't fly over it. No fly zone.
Right.
But I'm like, imagine if you did. Like, what would we see? One. And what are we not seeing? Two. Because it's already been proven that there's underground tunnels.
Yeah.
Like, there's a whole underground network across the U.S. So, what's under Area 51?
Yeah.
I like to think Resident Evil. Like, you know, Resident Evil, how
Yeah.
they have the town and then you got the elevators, the little like sections, and you go down. Like, I believe they got that.
I listened to an interview with, you familiar with the Twilight Zone, the original one, Rod Sterling, the old black and white television?
I haven't watched it, but I know of it.
Now Rod Sterling obviously was obviously for those of you guys who don't know, he was I guess a story writer for the show The Twilight Zone, which ran from 1959 to 64. And the man was a genius, and it was all sci-fi, right? And one of the quotes that he says, and it's very true, with how, if we start out with these directors, you know, in these movies that they make, the idea that they make in these movies is manifested by external influence, experiences, what they see, what they hear, and that forms into an idea of creating a movie out of this, right? Now, obviously, the difference is with these movies is how much of it is true and how much it is fake for fairy tales. But chances are that when they make these movies, there's got to be some truth to it. Like, for example, the Men in Black, for example, right? That's based on a story of the Men in Black that they do say, right? And how advanced that the technology is with that.
Like, it's also like Independence Day.
Yeah.
The Will Smith.
Yeah.
Or another alien movie.
Yeah.
The aliens come invade on Independence Day.
Yeah.
So you mean like, what are you saying? Like, are the aliens the British?
I'm
yeah.
I can't go in that far, but my main point is the fact that for these directors to create these movies, there's some truth to it for why they made it.
Yeah, no.
Something that they saw.
I 100% agree. The underlying meaning is, okay, so this does happen then. I just want to know, like, I'm just so curious. Like, we can't be the only life form, like, in the entire galaxy. Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
Like, Earth is the only place that has life. It comes down, like, how many universes are there?
Right.
Like, are we the only, like, alternate universes? Is that a thing now?
These extraterrestrial beings, what type of lifestyle do you think they have?
I wouldn't say they're like us. I do think they got bills.
Yeah, right.
I do think they got bills to pay. But, like, I think, like, their lifestyle would be different, you know? They could, like, you know, for example, a whole planet could be fucking water. You know, it could be a whole, like, Atlantis type shit.
Yeah.
And they can't run.
Yeah.
They gotta go swim.
Yeah.
I just think it's different, you know? But reality of it is like I don't fucking know.
Right, right.
Yeah.
That's the magic word. I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
I'll get a little
yeah.
T-shirt with that.
The more you know.
Yeah. The more you know, the less you'll find out, kind of thing.
But I think it would be cool though. Like I
think it
honestly,
would.
like I think it would be really
Yeah.
cool to just be like, we found this planet and there are other people on it.
So let me ask you this question, right? So since we were on the topic of, you know, like experiences that you had and you're very intuitive, right? What would you say? Have you ever had an experience where you saw a vision of something and then that vision actually happened? Like any premonitions or anything that you had?
Deja vu.
Deja vu.
I had a dream I was at work filing away some of like the I-9s. I didn't like the faces of the people that I worked with, it wasn't there.
Oh, interesting.
Like they were blurred out. So like
Right.
the faces were blurred out. When I got my job in Colorado 2 months into working there, everything else was situated like how it was when it happened to me in real life. And so we had to file away the I-9s. But it was one particular day that everything was situated how it was situated in my dream. I literally looked at this girl, like I straight up told him like this feels like deja vu. And she's like, what? I was like, yeah, I feel like I did this already. Like I don't know why, but it felt really weird to like just be in that moment because it's been a long time since that happened to me. Like I used to be able to get like little dreams about where like I'm headed.
Yeah.
And like that was the last like time I had a dream where like it happened that way. Since then I haven't had a dream like that. And it kind of scares me because, you know, when I get dreams like that, I feel like I know where I'm headed, like down the path that God has placed in front of me. But since I haven't had that, like I just feel like I'm at a loss and maybe God really doesn't have anything planned for me right in this moment.
Right.
And that I have to like figure my way out before he gives it to me.
Interesting. Have you ever knew any friends or anything that you knew that messed with a Ouija board or anything?
No, but I feel like you would.
H-E-L-P.
From who?
This is getting goodbye.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Yeah, you say that, but you like to do some out of pocket stuff.
No. I'll tell you. Okay, so this is a freebie on my end because I'm usually the host. So I might as well insert this now that this is brought up. But I will tell you my experience that I had, and I only did it once when I was 18 years old. I did not even know better. I was bored. And there was a time where, like, I used to go on a lot of ghost tours, right? And they had one which was the Stranahan House, and it was built in 1901. I heard is you would take, like, these hangers, right? Or make metal spirit rods on them. And so what happened is I got bored one day. I went into my closet and I said, I'm going to make some spirit rods, try to contact my brother, because I had a brother, you know, he passed away in a motorcycle accident when he was 18 years old, and he would have been in his 40s. So I was trying to communicate with him, trying to get answers, you know, of what heaven was like. So what I did was I went in the closet, took the metal hangers, and I bent them down at like a 90-degree angle, and I was holding them like this.
Crazy work.
Yeah. And so I was in the bedroom and had the hangers like that. And I had asked, and I said, you know, are you a male entity or a female entity, right? There was like no answer, right? When I asked the question and I said, do you know me? As soon as I answered that, and I cannot explain it, those rods were moving like by themselves. They were literally crossing and they pointed right at me.
Oh, that's crazy work.
Yeah.
That like they were in front of you.
They were in front of me and I'm getting goosebumps. And it gets a little scarier. I started asking, and I said, you know, if you were here with me in the room, uncross the rods. I said, so all of a sudden the rods started moving. And me, I got very scared. And I put the rods to the side and I said, I am not going to mess with this.
Yeah,
so,
I'm not doing that.
So now, after I did the rods, a few days right after I messed with it again, I had an old Canon camera at the time. Here is an actual picture of the picture that I caught. If you look into this picture right now, you see that there is a whole jawline, and I had discovered this picture a year after I took this. If you look into the mirror, there was nobody in the room. I was the only one there. And there was a camera that I had Now, the camera actually had, like, literally from the lips down was covering my face. So, being this as it may, that if this was my reflection, this would actually be like you would see just half of my face. But here you could see the whole jawline, right? So, here is a before photo of the picture, and here is the picture of the face that's cleaned up. Now, a few days after I took that photo, right? At that time, as you remember, I had a 2-bed and I slept at the top bunk. Now, it was sideways. And I remember I woke up just out of a dead sleep. And right out of that dead sleep, you know, I looked to where the Marilyn Monroe poster is, which is still there to this day on the door. And I remember I immediately looked at this. This was like about 7 o'clock, 7:30 in the morning. And as soon as I saw that picture, I saw something black that was like, looked like it was literally standing right in the background.
Oh, hell no.
And my first impression of this was I thought, there is somebody in the window, literally. But I said to myself, right, because as I started focusing my eyes of where this picture was, right in the middle of the room, this was like right there where this was. I said, this isn't outside. This is literally in the middle of my bedroom, standing in the center. As soon as I looked at this thing, you could not see through it. It was solid. I remember I literally, you know, saw that thing and it knew I was looking right at it. And what it did is it immediately went underneath my desk. And that was it.
I don't know if that was good. It went underneath the desk.
It went underneath the desk. I think it was something that I opened up for a little bit, but whatever it was, which we believe in guardian angels or something, or God or Jesus, I think they were protecting me from this door that could have opened further and closed by itself. After I saw this thing, it never happened again.
It could have been your brother.
It could have been my brother. Now, I will tell you an interesting experience, but I remember when I was 8 years old, just like it was yesterday, and I think this was one of my first ghost experiences, and I don't experience ghosts often. It was the summer of 2004. It was me and my brother Bob at the room. I think my brother Jeff moved out. He was already in California.
He was California?
Huh?
He was California?
Well, he lived in California for
That's
like,
crazy.
I would say for like 2 years, and then he moved back down here in Florida. And Inuyasha was on that night on Adult Swim, and I'm in my PJs. I said, Bob, I'm gonna go get a drink of water. I said, I'm thirsty, I'll be back. He goes, all right. So anyway, I do my normal thing. If you remember how my kitchen is set up, as you remember, because you were there last week,
Yeah.
those same curtains that were there, those white and yellow curtains that are in the kitchen that are like from the late 80s, early 90s, these were open, so you could see like the window a little bit from like the porch, you know, because they were open a bit, and because they were like open sloppily. I am actually getting ready to go towards the sink. I have a cup in my hand, and I don't know what it was, but when I looked into that window, there was something that was like forming. It was like a white mass, and there was nobody there. Everybody was in bed, and my brother wasn't even there. I remember it. And it was something that was like trying to form itself. When I saw that, I knew that that was, whatever I saw was paranormal. My heart dropped, because whatever I saw, I knew wasn't normal. I dropped that water, and I stood there for about, I'd say about like maybe 2 minutes, because I was so scared. My older brother knew that I was taking a while, and he was saying, David, you all right? I said, there's somebody there, you know, and he's like looking. He's like, what are you talking about? You know, like, no, dude, like I told him, I said, there was somebody that was like next to me or outside or whatever. It was right there. He looks in the porch, there's nobody there, literally. And it was so funny was my mother, you know, a couple months after my brother passed. So, because my brother died on September 14th, 2000, and I saw this experience in 2004. My mom actually said that she saw something that was like in the porch, you know, a couple months after he passed.
Oh.
And she went into the kitchen, but in her eyes, it was in the daytime. She said that she saw, it was like a beautiful orb of light that was like right there. It was like in the porch. And at the time, you know, like she thought, you know, okay, well, maybe this is the sunlight. But whatever this thing was, it wasn't a normal sunlight. It was actually like a ball of energy that was like moving. And whatever this thing was, it just disappeared.
It's your brother. Like, I like to think of it this way, like when it comes to ghosts and stuff, I don't think all ghosts are bad. I don't. But you don't know. That's why I don't fuck with the Ouija boards for real. Because you don't know what you're opening up. They could be lying to you. It could be a demon pretending, and you just let that person in. You let that entity into your house. You not getting rid of it. Now it's attached.
I definitely want to appreciate you guys watching, and of course Jay really being a guest on the show. And
Thanks
all
for
that
having me.
And I think this was a very interesting topic in spirituality, and I think it definitely as well made us, both of us, enlightened. You know, that for sure that after this realm, when we pass, that there's always a place that we go to, a heaven.
My last thing about that is that, you know, I'm not gonna knock anybody who says they're an atheist or they don't believe in, like, you know, to each your own. But when you die and you go straight to hell, remember how you said you were an atheist. Because at the end of the day, you're still gonna deny God on your deathbed. And even then, he might not take you because take into consideration what they say about God while they're alive. I don't think, like, you know, when you die, yeah, you're gonna see your loved ones again, but I don't think it's gonna be how it is here. You know, like, you're gonna be with God.
And of course, maybe the relationship dynamics could change, right? To where, like, what we know of our mother or father on earth becomes more of a
brother or
sister kind of thing. It's kind of hard to comprehend that.
Yeah,
really,
like they say purgatory, right?
Yeah.
I don't think of it as purgatory. I think of it as like you're in a waiting room, waiting to get evaluated. And once you've been evaluated through every single thing that you've done, you could be in that waiting room for like 50 years going through everything bad that you've ever done.
Yeah.
Or 50 years going through every good thing that you've ever done.
The world's gone digital. Digital, how phones, social media, digital, everything. It's how the people connect now. And a picture of yourself.
And then from there, you just either go in heaven or hell. That's why I say, like, your heart, your soul, it needs to be damn near close to being pure or being able to be saved. Because God forbid you die at 35. Did you live your life for you? Were you mean to people? Was your heart bad? Like, were you just a terrible person? Did you have a bad heart? Like, there are just things that you need to make sure that you do here on earth to make it to heaven. Like, is your soul happy? Are you doing things that make you happy? Are you doing things to make, you know, the creator happy? Like, are you doing what needs to be done to have a happy life, you know?
And another thing that I would like to add finally is your mom, right? Do you believe that she finally moved on to where she's not really interested of where she's at right now, to look back here and what's going on earth with you guys? I'm
glad that you really did bring that up, because I like to think of it as, because I'm pretty sure my mom was still around me when I moved to Colorado. And like, as she realized, like, I'm, you know, making friends and I'm figuring out who my real friends are and who's not for me, and that I think once she realized, like, I'll be okay, I think she was able to finally, like, move on and let me go. And I think that's why another reason why I don't feel her so often. There's a part of me that believes, like, yeah, she does think about me from time to time, and then she'll, you know, she'll peek in to see how I'm doing. Because every now and then, like, it's very rare, but when I do get it, like, I do feel like I'm being watched, and I don't feel like it's a bad thing. It's like a knowing feeling that, like, I feel like I'm being watched. I don't know what's going on, and it usually doesn't last for a very long time. It's not like, you know, how it used to feel, where it's like I'm under a scope, like I'm being protected at all corners. Like, now it's just like I think she checks in when she sees, like, things aren't going as smooth as they should be. Like, I don't feel her presence, but I do feel like there's another part in me that's gonna unlock soon, that's gonna meet her. And in that moment, when I'm probably gonna be at the lowest point that I can be at, I think that's when I'm gonna need that presence. I think that's when it's gonna come.
She might be hearing this conversation.
I hope so. Ma, we'll need you when that time comes.
Yeah. Well, everybody, thank you for watching. And another thing too, just to add on to this video, me and Jay, we're going to start a podcast together very soon. It's going to be called CNS, right?
CNS.
What was it called? What was the name of the
SNS.
SNS.
CNS.
CNS. See,
CNN.
I'm too white for this shit.
SNS.
SNS. And we're going to be talking about very broad topics of stuff that's happened in the world. But that's in the works right now, and both of us are really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I am. But definitely, when the time comes, guys, we will very soon present that to you guys when we get the channel set up and everything. Listen, guys, have a great night and be careful.
Woo. Hopefully this is good.